one of the killers of toddler James Bulger, has been recalled to prison suspected of having child abuse images on his computer. It is the second time Jon Venables has been sent back to jail for the same suspected offense. In a statement, James's mother Denise Fergus said, "Venables has now proved beyond any doubt what a vile, perverted psychopath he has always been." Quote, the 35-year-old was recalled last week but has not yet been charged. He was first recalled in 2010, following his release in 2001 after serving 8 years for the murder of James, age 2. In 1993, Ms. Fergus went on to say, "I predicted Venables would reoffend unless they kept a very tight rein on him, and I pray that now someone from the UK government will finally listen to me." Quote, she said, "What hurts me most is the way the probation service has tried to cover this up," adding she was only told on Wednesday night that Venables was taken back into custody a week ago. Mrs. Fergus said it was clear that they were trying to keep this quiet until they got a call from the media. She said she received a hurried call from the probation service at 20:40 GMT with few details given, just that he had breached his terms of the license and returned to prison, which left her extremely upset, angry and feeling insulted. She said she would consider making a formal complaint to the probation service. A Ministry of Justice (MOJ) spokeswoman said it takes the duty of updating victims' families extremely seriously. A dedicated victim liaison officer contacts families as soon as the offender is charged. "But we regret the additional distress this has caused in this case. We want to reassure Mrs. Fergus and Mr. Bulger, James' father, that a liaison officer will continue to stay in regular contact with them as the case progresses." Quote, on the 12th of February 1993, James, just a few weeks short of his 3rd birthday, was reported missing by his mother from outside a butcher's shop in the New Strand shopping centre in Bootle, Merseyside. CCTV images revealed he had been lured away by Venables and Robert Thompson, both then aged 10. His body was found 2 days later on a railway line. He had been stripped from the waist down. Paint had been thrown in his eyes and he had been beaten to death with bricks and a metal bar. Thompson and Venables were arrested and charged within days. They were both convicted at Preston Crown Court of James's murder in November 1993. In 2001, the pair were released, with new identities, from secure children's homes on life license, meaning they can be recalled at any time. What appear to be images of child abuse were found on a computer linked to Jon Venables last week. During a routine visit, he was recalled to prison immediately. The police force investigating him has not been named, as it might reveal where he has been living under a second new identity. Venables was jailed for life in 1993 for murdering and torturing 2-year-old James Bulger. He was first released, on license, in 2001, but jailed again in 2010 for possession of child abuse images. He was released a second time in 2013, at which point James Bulger's parents said they were filled with terror. The parole board will now have to decide whether, or when, it is safe to